Today, we will discuss about the properties of a parallelogram. But before that, let's talk about what parallelogram is. So when you say parallelogram, it is a quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. So in the figure below, quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. And why do we say so? It is because opposite sides of this quadrilateral are parallel. So, itong arrow na to indicates that the side AB is parallel to the side DC. Okay, yun yung ibig sabihin ng arrow na yan, na sign, na symbol. Diba? They are parallel. Kasi even if we extend these two lines into infinity, they will never intersect. Right? That's why they are parallel. And then the other one is the side AD is parallel to the side BC. Okay? So, sila ay parallel. Kasi these two lines will never meet, di ba? Even if we extend these two lines into infinity, hindi sila magkikita. And that is what parallelogram is. So now, let's move on to the properties of a parallelogram. So, we have the first one. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. So, when you say opposite sides, sila yung side na hindi magkatabi. Okay? That's why they're opposite. Diba? Opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. What do you mean by congruent? It means they are equal. Okay? Yung side na magka-opposite daw ay equal. So, here in this figure here sa side, we have the quadrilateral or a parallelogram, DOVE. So, ang sabi dito, opposite sides are congruent. So, yung opposite side dito na tinutukoy is si DO, here, this side is congruent to its opposite side. Okay, ano ba yung opposite side niya na hindi niya katabi? That is EV. And since they are opposite sides, which means they are congruent. Okay? Ngayon, ano pa yung other opposite sides? We have the side DE is congruent to the side OV. Kasi they are opposite sides. And that is one of the properties of a parallelogram. So, which means, kapag ang measurement ng side na to ay 8 cm, its opposite side is also 8 cm. Okay? Kasi equal sila. Sa kabila naman, let's say for example, this one is 10 centimeter, which means yung opposite side niya is also 10 cm. But not necessarily, they are all equal. Yung opposite side lang. Next is for our number 2, properties of a parallelogram. Opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. Opposite, when you say opposite, magkabila. Okay? Magkabilang angle daw ay equal, ay pantay. Okay? When you say angle, ito yung tinutukoy yung nasa loob. So here we have the angle D is congruent to angle V. Okay? Kasi they are opposite angle. So, pantay sila. Let's say, for example, this one is 100 degrees. Which means, its opposite angle is also 100 degrees. Kasi pantay sila. And then, ano pa ba yung opposite angle natin na nakikita natin dito? We have the angle E. Diba? Is congruent to angle O. Kasi opposite sila. So, let's say for example, angle E is 80 degrees. Which means, angle O is also 80 degrees. Kasi they are congruent. So, now, for our third properties of a parallelogram, we have the consecutive angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. So, what do you mean by consecutive angles? Ibig sabihin nun, magkasunod. o kaya naman magkatabi. Okay, that is consecutive angle. Magkatabing angle or magkasunod na angle ay supplementary. What do you mean by supplementary? Which means sum of two angles is equal to 180 degrees para maging supplementary. So we have, ano ba yung mga angles dito na consecutive, which means yung magkatabi? We have this one, angle D and angle O. So, ang sabi dito, kapag daw pinag-add daw natin ang angle ni D plus ang measurement ng angle O, pag pinag-add daw natin sila, ang magiging sagot ay 180 degrees. Okay, lahat sila ay magiging 180 degrees kasi they are supplementary. So, ano pa dito yung mga consecutive angles? Ito yun, di ba? Magkatabi din sila, si O at saka si V. Okay, the measurement of angle O plus the measurement of angle B is equal to 180 degrees. Next, ano pa yung mga magkakatabi or consecutive angles natin? We have the angle B, V, plus the measurement of angle E here. Kapag daw pinag-add daw natin sila, ano daw magiging sagot? 180. And then the same goes dito sa pinakalas, which is ang measurement ng angle E. Okay, kapag pinag-add mo sa measurement ng angle D, ang magiging sagot ay 180 degrees. So now, let's move on to our fourth properties of a parallelogram. So which is the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So what do you mean by diagonal? When you say diagonal, this is a straight line joining two opposite corners. So dito sa figure natin na DOVE, we have the diagonal DV. Tulad ng sinabi ko, di ba, when you say diagonal, straight line siya na nagko-connect sa dalawang opposite na corners ng isang particular figure. Okay, so ngayon ang sabi dito, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. When you say bisect, hinahati niya yung diagonals into two equal parts. So, the diagonal DV bisect OE. Okay, so ibig sabihin nun, si DV, hinati niya sa two equal parts ang diagonal na EO, which means this one, EK, the side EK or the line segment EK is equal to the line segment OK. Okay, equal sila. Let's say for example, this one is 4 cm. Okay, which means this is also 4 cm. Kasi hinati daw ni DV sa two equal parts, COE. Kaya naging ganyan. And then the same goes, hinati naman ni EO si DV into two equal parts also. So, ang mangyayari dito, if it is, sabihin natin ito ay 3 cm, ibig sabihin, ito ay also 3 cm. Okay, kasi pantay sila. So, kailangan yung tandaan tong properties na to for us to be able to solve problems involving properties of a parallelogram. So, for the last one, we have each diagonals divides a parallelogram into two congruent triangles. So, yung diagonal na yun, hinahati niya yung parallelogram natin sa dalawang congruent triangles, pantay na triangle. Okay, so we have this parallelogram DOVE. Okay, kung napapansin ninyo, binisect siya ni DV, which is our diagonal, right? This is our diagonal, DV. Ngayon, yung diagonals na to, hinati niya yung parallelogram natin into two congruent triangles. Pansin nyo ba, di ba? We have two congruent triangles na. This is our first triangle. Kung nakikita ninyo. So, this triangle right there is congruent dito. dito sa triangle na to, sa kabila. Kasi hinati sila ng diagonal DV. Kung nakikita ninyo, triangle DEV is congruent to the triangle VOD. So, dito, yung diagonal naman natin dito sa kabila ay si diagonal EO or the line segment EO. So, diagonal to, di ba? Dalawa yung diagonals. So, ito yung pangalawang diagonal natin. Itong diagonal EO bisect our parallelogram DOVE into two congruent triangles. So, which means that this triangle right here is congruent dito sa baba na triangle. Okay, kaya ang sabi dito, the triangle ODE, okay, this one, is congruent to the triangle EVO. These are the properties of a parallelogram. So now, let's move on to an exercises. Okay, let's apply everything that we have learned dito sa activity na to. So, for this, we will going to find the value of x and y that will make each quadrilateral a parallelogram. So, for number 1, ano kayang gagawin natin dito? Kailangan lang naman natin hanapin ng value ng x at saka y. So, alam natin, dito sa first properties, kung naalala ninyo, sa first properties, nasabi, di ba, that the opposite sides are congruent. Okay, so we will going to use that information to solve number 1. So, ang ibig sabihin nun ay si 2y plus 1 is equal to 4y minus 5. And how do I say so? Kasi alam natin na ang opposite sides of a parallelogram is equal. Kung ano man ang value nito, value niya rin. So, solve natin. Let's solve this using that given information. So, alam natin na 4y minus 5 is equal to 2y plus 1. Okay, so this one, inopya ko lang, equals kay 2y plus 1. Equal kasi sila. So, we have 2y. I-distribute natin sa kabila. We have, copy natin yung 4y. Pag nilipat natin si positive 2y sa kabila, siya ay magiging negative 2y. Then, copy equals, copy 1, positive 1. Pero, 1 na lang ilalagay natin. Hindi natin kailangan ilagay yung positive. Next is, si negative 5, ililipat naman natin sa kabila. Okay, so negative, kapag nilipat mo, magiging positive. Okay, so bakit natin ito ginawa? Kasi pagsamahin lang natin yung mga like terms. Okay, lahat ng mga may variables, dito natin ilalagay sa kabila, and then all constant terms sa kabila. Okay, so 4 minus 2, we have 2. Okay, then copy the literal coefficient y equals. Next, 1 plus 5 is 6. So, i-divide natin both side sa 2. Okay, dapat parehas yan Inopya ko dito. Okay, so maka-cancel. Ang matitira na lang ay y equals 6 divide 2. The answer is 3. Okay, so nakuha na natin yung value ng y. Ngayon, kunin naman natin ang value ng x. Ito yung x. Okay, so we will use the same information again, which is opposite sides of a parallelogram are congruent. Pantay naman to dito. Diba? Alam natin, diba, na kung ano man ang value nito, value niya rin. Solve natin para makuha natin yung value ng x. Okay. 5x plus 1 is equal to 4x plus 8. Okay, kinopya ko lang to Okay, 5x plus 1 is equal to 4x plus 8. Okay, so baka magtaka kayo, ma'am, pwede bang pagbaliktarin? Dito si 4x plus 8, dito naman si 5x plus 1. Okay lang yun. Ang makukuha nyong sagot ay the same pa din, kahit pagbaliktarin nyo yan. Parehas pa rin ang makukuha nyong sagot. Okay, so pagsamahin natin lahat ng x at lahat ng constant term. Okay, so lipat natin si x sa kabila. We have 5x minus 4x. Okay, magiging negative si 4x. Kanina positive siya, pag nilipat mo, negative. Bring down 8. Lipat naman natin si positive 1 sa kabila. O, pag nilipat mo si positive, magiging negative. Kabaliktaran. So, we have 5 minus 4. O, 5 minus 4 is 1. And then, copy x. So, hindi ko na sinulat yung 1 kasi automatically, our variable x is considered na meron na siyang numerical coefficient na 1. Diba? Kaya hindi natin kailangang isulat. 5 minus 4 is 1. Equals 8 minus 1. O, 8 minus 1. The answer is 7. Okay? At ngayon, nakuha na natin yung value ng x at saka y. So, okay na yan. So, for our second example, okay, anong gagamitin nating properties para dito? Okay, ang gagamitin nating properties ay ito. This one. Number 4. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. So, anong sabi dito? Magiging pantay ito dito. And then, this one, magiging congruent naman siya dito. So, kailangan nyo tandaan itong mga congruent. Ngayon, balik tayo dito. Kung napapansin ninyo, tulad sa fourth properties, ito daw ay magiging pantay dito. Sila ay equal. Okay, bawal, wag nyong pagbaliktarin yung mga equals. Okay, so kailangan nyo tandaan na ito ay equal. Hindi ito, okay? Pero ito yon. Okay, so we will use that information again to solve this problem. So, we have 4x minus 4 is equal to 2x plus 4. Equal sila. So, again, pwede mong pagbaliktarin to ha. Dito si 2x plus 4, sa kabila si 4x minus 4. It doesn't matter. Ang makukuha niyong sagot is the same. The same pa rin. So, we have positive 2x. Pag nilipat natin, magiging negative. So, we have 4x minus 2x. Naging negative na siya. So, copy 4. Kopyahin lang natin yung 4. And then, ito naman tayo. Yung negative 4, ito-transpose natin. Ang negative, kapag nilipat, magiging positive 4. Okay. So, now, we have 4x minus 2x. The answer is 2x. Equals 4 plus 4 is 8. Okay, so divide both side by 2. Ma'am, saan mo kinapa yung 2? Dito, yung sa katabi ng x. So, para x na lang matitira. So, kapag dinivide natin to, makakancel na si 2. May iwan na lang ay x. Equals 8 divide 2. The answer is 4. Okay, so may value na tayo ng x. So now, kunin naman natin yung isa pang value. Actually, x pa din, di ba? So, alam natin, sa properties number 4, di ba? Si 3x ay equal kay 9. Pantay yan, di ba? Kung ano man ang value na ito, value niya rin. So, obviously, this is also 9. Kung ito ay 9, ay no, 9 cm or whatever, ito din ay 9. So, obviously, ang value ng x ay 3. Kasi 3 times 3, 9. So, kung gusto nyong isolve, sige, solve pa rin natin. So, we have 3x equals 9. Okay, 3x equal siya kay 9. Para makuha natin ang value ng x, anong gagawin natin? I-divide lang natin sa 3. Okay, dito sa katabi ni x. Okay, so ngayon makakancel si 3. Ang matitira na lang ay x. So, 9 divide 3, the answer is 3. So for our third example, we have this one. Okay, so ano kayang properties na gagamitin natin for this one? So kung naaalala ninyo yung tinuro ng grade 8 teacher ninyo, di ba? Alam naman natin na if it is a parallelogram, then its opposite angles, its opposite sides are parallel. So itong side na to is parallel to this one. At itong line na to na nasa gitna nila ay yung nagsisilbing transversal line. When parallel cut by a transversal, then the alternate interior angles are congruent. So which means itong angle na to ay equal kay 3x plus 11. So igagano lang natin katulad ng ginawa natin kanina. The same solution. So we have 5x minus 9 equal siya kay 3x plus 11. Okay, so the same solution. Ilipat lang natin, di ba? Yung 3x sa kabila. Okay, so we have 5x. Pag nilipat mo si positive 3x, magiging negative 3x. Bring down positive 11. And then, si negative 9, kapag nilipat natin si negative 9, siya ay magiging positive 9. Okay, so 5 minus 3, the answer is 2. And then copy the literal coefficient x. And then 11 plus 9 is 20. So to find the value of x, we need to divide both sides by 2. So pag dinivide natin yan, makakancel si 2. Matitira na lang ay x equals 20 divide 2. The answer is 10. And that is our final answer. So for our number 4 example, ano kaya ang properties na gagamitin natin? Diba? So we will use these properties number 3. So anong sabi dito sa number 3? Ang sabi dito, the consecutive angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Ibig sabihin, pag pinag-add mo yung dalawang magkatabing angle, dapat ang sagot 180 degrees. So the same goes katulad dito, di ba? 100 plus 80, that is 180. 100 plus 80, 180. Kahit saan dyan, di ba? Basta magkatabi, 180 ang sagot. Okay? So, gawin ang gagawin natin dito sa number 4. Okay, so alam natin na kapag pinag-add si 9x plus 15 plus 5y, the answer is 180. Pero since magkaiba sila ng literal coefficient, this one is x and this one is y, hindi siya magandang pagsamahin kasi dalawa yung nawawala. Okay, so instead of using these two information over here, ito na lang yung gagamitin natin. Si 9x plus 15 at saka si 6x plus 15. Okay, so alam naman natin, di ba, kapag pinag-add itong dalawang magkatabi, ang magiging sagot, 180. So we have 9x plus 15. Kapag daw pinag-add sa 6x plus 15, ang magiging sagot ay 180. Okay, nakuha Inadd ko sila, hindi sila equal. Okay, they are not equal, but they are supplementary. So, combining like terms, 6x plus 9x. 6 plus 9. The answer is 15. And then copy x. Okay, sa constant naman tayo. Positive 15 plus positive 15. 15 plus 15, the answer is 30. Okay, then equals, bring down natin yung equals, 180. Okay, so anong next na gagawin natin dito? Is ililipat natin si positive 30 sa kabila. Okay, lahat ng mga constant sa kabila ilalagay. So, bring down 15x, copy 180. Pag nilipat natin si positive 30 sa kabila, siya ay magiging negative 30. Okay, so bring down 15x, equals 180 minus 30. The answer is 150. And then, i-divide natin sa 15 para makuha natin yung value ng x. 15, divide 15, makakancel na yan. X na lang ang matitira. And then, we have 150 divide 15. The answer is 10. At, ayun, may value na tayo ni x. So, paano naman natin kukunin ang value ni y? Okay, so pwede natin gawin yung information na to. Diba alam natin, dito, yung properties na to. So, number 2. Diba ang sabi dito, ang opposite angles of a parallelogram are congruent. So, kung ano man ang measurement na ito, measurement niya rin. Diba? The same goes dito. So, we will use that information to find the value of y. Okay, so para natin kukunin, alam natin na this angle is equal to this one. Okay? So, alam natin may value na tayo ni x. Okay, so ano kaya ang angle na to? So, paano natin malalaman? Gagawin lang natin is i-equate lang natin yung x is equal to 10 dito. So, solve natin to Kakopy ko lang. 6x plus 15. Okay? So, alam natin na ang value ng x ay 10 kasi nakuha natin kanina. So, ang gagawin ko lang dito, papalitan ko lang ang value ng x ng 10. Okay, yung nakuha natin. Kung ano man ang nakuha nyo sa x. Okay, so we have 6. Palitan ko si x ng 10. So, open and close parenthesis plus 15. Okay. So, 6 times 10. The answer is 60 plus 15. Okay, again 6 times 10, 60 plus 15. The answer is 75. Okay, degrees. Okay, if it is 75 degrees, this is also 75 degrees. So, para maging 75 degrees to, ano kaya ang value ng y? Okay, solve natin. Okay? So, to solve that, alam natin na dapat ito ay mag-i-equal sa 75 kasi nga equal nga silang dalawa. Okay, so, we have 5y equals 75. So, dapat 75 ang magiging sagot. So, i-divide lang natin yan sa 5. So, makakancel si 5. Ang matitira na lang ay y equals 75 divide 5. The answer is 15. And that is our value of y. Yun yung value ng y natin. So, to check, madali lang, di ba? Palitan mo yung y ng 5. Ng 15 pala, ng 15 na nakuha natin. 15 times 5, that is 75, which is equal to this one. Okay? So, for our last example, we have this one. So, ano kayang properties ang gagamitin natin for this one? So, alam natin, di ba? That the opposite sides are congruent. Okay, this one is equal to this one. Pantay yan. Okay, so, gawin natin, 4x minus 1 is equal to 3x plus 3. Kasi pantay nga sila. So, pagsamahin natin lahat ng may mga variable at lahat ng constant sa kabila. So, bring down 4x. Pag nilipat natin si positive 3x sa kabila, siya ay magiging negative 3x equals, bring down positive 3. Si negative 1. Okay, pag nilipat natin si negative 1, siya ay magiging positive 1. Okay, so 4 minus 3. The answer is 1. X na lang ilalagay ko. Okay, kasi 4 minus 3, 1. Already may numerical coefficient na siya na 1 dito, pero hindi na kailangan sinusulat yun. Equals 3 plus 1, that is 4. And this is our final answer.